What's good, gamers? We're back at it. It's been a while since I recorded an episode of Sub versus Dub for Dragon Ball. I just haven't felt like doing it. It's that simple. The PlayStation 2 that I had running the discs wouldn't read the first disc of the second season for some reason, so I had to switch over to my PlayStation 4. And with that, as you can see, I've got the headphones on, so I don't have to like turn the TV up and down to kind of compare and contrast the actual English and Japanese dubs. I can just hear it without having to like pause or anything. I didn't write down too many notes for this episode. If you recall from the last one, um, Goku and Chi Chi headed off to Chi Chi's village just to kind of, find out what that big smoke was. Because there was just like a large commotion. Um, so we are now waiting to see, you know, what Goku's gonna do. I mean, you can kind of guess he's gonna beat their ass. That's what Goku does. He doesn't miss. He doesn't miss. I've got my hot drink, my Huel. Um, it's banger. It is a banger. The English episode or the English title of this episode is "The Flying Fortress Vanished." While the Japanese title, "Vanished: The Flying Fortress in the Sky." I have like 10 lines written for comparison, so I'll just kind of try to narrate. Goku and Chi Chi are flying on the Nimbus towards Chi Chi's village, and Goku comes upon this like flying orb in the sky. We already know this to be Pilaf's ship. It looks like he's, jetting. He's trying to fucking get away. Um, it speeds past them, knocks Goku and Chi Chi off of the cloud, uh, and naturally Goku saves her from falling. Um, Behind them, a jet starts flying towards them. Very comedic. They look at each other and duck, and they fall off the cloud again. But this time, Chi Chi's hanging on Goku's tail, so he loses all of his strength. Um, he says, "Let go of my tail," and naturally, he loses all strength. He lets go of the Nimbus. Nimbus comes and saves him. Um, Very low stakes stuff. I will note again, I'm pretty sure I said it last episode, but the Nimbus is carrying his like bag of goods, like whatever he has in the bag. Um, I can't actually remember what he had in that bag. Uh, but the Nimbus can carry goods and items. I guess are those are deemed as pure hearted. I don't know. Maybe they just um circumvent that standard that the Nimbus has. Uh I looking at my notes, I will say Chi Chi specifically in the sub was worried that her dad was dead. And at one point says, "Dad, don't tell me you're," just alluding to the fact that he might be dead. Whereas in the dub, there's no actual like worry about that. There's nothing insinuating that. Um, we see a shot of the inside of Pilaf's ship. They're all just kind of like squabbling about the Dragon Ball. He says, "I'm so glad to finally have a real one," and Shu's like, "How can you be sure that that's a real one?" And Pilaf's like, "Of course it is. I can tell." And Shu's like, "You got tricked by the fake one." Um, and that's pretty much the same in both. um, we see the Red Ribbon Army kind of like plowing through the city as Goku and Chi Chi finally stumble upon them. Um, they're ready to just like wreck shop, uh, and naturally, Goku starts kicking ass. Um, and he does, and dispatches all of his like combatants, I'll say. Um, and then we see Chi Chi actually like putting in the work. Like she does big damage here. Um, I'll note that on the disc, it seems a little like the picture seems a little more washed out uh than the stream on Hulu for me. I don't know if that's my individual discs issue, but if I had to guess, it's probably a blue brick wide problem. Anyway, they stumble upon Ox King. He breaks out of uh, his net, which feels like he could have done that earlier. There's nothing really that changed aside from Goku beating all the guys up. Um, but he's like pretty damaged. It seems like I don't know what gave him the strength to break out of the net there, but he managed it. All the Red Ribbon guys jetted away. All of them that were left, at least. Um, nothing, nothing of real note. The Red Ribbon guys are flying through kind of a foggy sky. Um, Commander Red, General Red, General Silver. I'm pretty sure. Colonel Silver. Okay, Colonel Silver directs them to go above the clouds, just to kind of try and chase Pilaf's ship because he actually has the Dragon Ball. Um, so they go to chase his ship and get caught in front of it. Um, Pilaf has tons of guns and weaponry. Like this ship is decked out. He's shooting after the Red Ribbon planes. Lands quite a few hits on him. And sends Colonel Silver's plane just plummeting towards the earth. So no shot that he's getting that ball. Not only plummeting towards the earth, plummeting towards a mountain. So he's gonna crash land in like a desolate wasteland. Um, Ox King's kind of, heartbroken about his situation. Um, Goku's like, "Do you know who did this?" Um, Ox King's like, "Well, given my past, I probably have some enemies. Um, I didn't I wasn't always a nice guy." And this is where the sub and the dub differ a little bit. Specifically in the sub, Ox King says, "It was probably someone I once tormented. It's not my place to complain if they came back for revenge." Whereas in the dub, he says, "I probably made some enemies, but that's besides the point. They trashed the village, so I have to rebuild it now." So in the sub, he's a little more willing to, atone for his sins, we'll say. Um, it seems like that talking to that he got from Roshi, uh, actually like meant more to him in the sub. Um, but it is what it is. Uh, Ox King finds out that uh, it wasn't actually the real Goku at dinner. Um, and Chi Chi's like, "No, he was with me the whole time. We were talking about Cute stuff. Um, and Ox King's just trying to stay on topic. He's like, who was that? What could they have wanted? Goku's like, probably a Dragon Ball. I'm looking for the 4-star. Let's see what the radar says. He pulls it out. Dragon Ball's way out of range. Super far away. Uh, Chi tries to stop Goku as he runs out the door to try to get the Dragon Ball because, he's reminded that he's supposed to be tracking this Dragon Ball. Um, she says, Goku, what about our wedding? And Goku says, don't worry, I'll try some of that when I get back. Because he doesn't know what a wedding is. He thinks it's food. He really likes food. That's the joke. Same in the sub and the dub. Ox King instructs her to wait for him to find his memento. He's like, let him do his thing and he'll come back. It's okay. Which is like par for the course for Ox King at large. Like at the beginning of Dragon Ball, he's kind of like a strong, intimidating figure, but after he makes friends with Goku, he's kind of just like the thing to comfort Chi-Chi when Goku like has her fucked up. Which sucks just because he's such a cool character, but you know, yeah, Ox King, I guess. Um, anyway, Goku's chasing this 4-star Dragon Ball. He's on the Nimbus, flying through the desert. That's where the Red Ribbon Army is. Just like pawing through sand. It seems like a really hopeless task, just because orange ball, orange sand. One, two, desert's huge. Like, how are they gonna realistically cover all of that space and be able to check deep enough? And the soldiers share the sentiment. They're like, I don't think we're gonna find anything. This is kind of hopeless. Um, and while one of the guys is, lamenting his current predicament, his partner right next to him disappears. Um, he calls out to his other guys. He's like, "Hey, look alive!" And then he starts getting sucked into the sand, and then the other guys do too. And the only thing that is left on the top of the sand is a gun. Um, they get sucked into a box underneath the sand, and it seems like they've fallen into one of Pilaf's traps. Because it's always Pilaf. If you have something going wrong in your life, it's probably Emperor Pilaf. Um, this guy just kind of sucks. It's that simple. I didn't write any other notes for this episode, so I'm just gonna dictate what's going on. Um, on Pilaf's screen, they see Goku in the desert. He's like, "What is it gonna take for me to get rid of this guy?" We see Colonel Silver flying through the sky. He's calling out for his search party just because they've all disappeared. And the walkie-talkie from one of his guys is right by a camera that Pilaf placed. So Goku starts running towards it. Sometime in that run, Goku's like, I gotta pee. So he pisses on the camera. Funny. Got him. Got him. We see Colonel Silver's squadron flying over. He's like, it's so weird that this kid is back here again. Um, Pilaf's guns pop out from underneath the sand and start shooting at Goku, and that tells Silver that there's like actually an underground base. Um, Naturally, Goku dispatches the guns with relative ease. Just jumping on them breaks them, so not the best quality guns. I mean, I know Goku's strong and everything, but not the best guns. He lands on one of those trap spots uh, where the sand starts sinking in, so it looks like he's going to be captured by Pilaf. Colonel Silver is calling for reinforcements, and they're like, "You're gonna have to wait." And he says, "There's no time to wait. I can't wait." Um, Goku falls into the trap, and Pilaf's like, "What's up? I hate you." Goku's like, "Give me my grandpa's ball," and Pilaf's a child once again. Um, he just acts like a child. Pilaf sends a robot um, after Goku. Kind of looks like that first robot that got piloted by Shu. Um, so hopefully Shu's not in it. We see a shot of Pilaf, Shu, and Mai in the like kind of control room watching on, so Shu's not in the robot. I guess that's just one of the features of these robots is you can pilot them, but they can also just be remotely controlled. Like any good robot, you want it to also be a mech. Anyway, Goku fires one Kamehameha wave at it, blasts through the wall. He escapes. Um, Colonel Silver just kind of like blindly shooting at the ground, dropping bombs, trying to blow up Pilaf's base. Um, so it's just warfare. That's all it is. Military power versus military power right now. Um, Goku's trying to escape. It seems like the captured soldiers. It seems like they might have died. They're all kind of like laying down in their pen. Um, so I think they're just gonna get left for dead. Shu says, "Do you think we should retreat?" And Pilaf says, "What a stupid question. Duh." And they fucking jet out of there. Goku starts running down the hallway. He's like, "Wait, I'm gonna get that fucking ball." He says, "Get back here." They keep running. Shu kind of like pauses to the side. He has a very intimate knowledge of this base, and so do Mai. So does Mai. It seems like, because they keep like stopping at random points to press buttons on the wall that don't seem like super obvious. Just to kind of like drop brick walls to stop Goku. But Goku, being the absolute fucking monster that he is, just like fucking Wakanda forever and fucking blasts through every wall. He has no issue with them. Um, they finally make it to the end of the hallway or their destination or wherever. They go to take off. Pilaf's in his throne, Mai's at the control. They see the Red Ribbon Army reinforcements. Their like flying spaceship orb is completely surrounded by planes. Uh, like they're swamped, and it seems dire for them. Oh, just had to get a little hydration. Those planes are fucking up the large airship. This is very rebels versus the Empire right now. Um, I wouldn't say it's like exactly Death Star, but it's pretty close to Death Star. Um, Goku's still hanging on while all this is like happening, and he's calling desperately for Nimbus. But we can't see if it comes to him and all of the like smoke and explosions and whatnot. Um, Pilaf, Shu, and Mai parachute out of the um they parachute out of the exploded Death Star ship thing. Um, Pilaf says, "They'll never take away my precious." Um, like a child. Mai says they're like cloaked by the smoke. Um, and he says, "Excellent, they'll never catch me." To which they finally like emerge from the smoke, and the entire Red Ribbon Army is waiting there on the ground for them. And Colonel Silver, with his fucking smarmy ass smile, is just like, give. Um, and that's about it. For a full summary, Goku and Chi Chi went to investigate the fighting. It was the Red Ribbon Army. Ox King's like, I don't know who would have done this. I have enemies. I'm a dangerous guy. Oh, oops. It's um marathoning the episodes. Um anyway, uh Ox King's like, I have a lot of enemies. Uh Goku's like, oh yeah, that's right. Dragon Ball goes to find the Dragon Ball, gets captured by Pilaf. Pilaf's like, hey, fuck you. Goku's like, actually no, fuck you. Red Ribbon Army's like, actually no, fuck both of you. Without knowing that Goku was still hanging on the ship, I think. Uh, they blow up Pilaf's ship. Pilaf parachutes out. They get captured by the Red Ribbon Army, but not Goku. Goku is somewhere. And that's it. If you enjoyed this episode, do the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, bell icon. That's it. I'm gonna record a couple more episodes. It seems like I have uh two more um two more sets of notes written down. So 3 episode recording session this time. Um, I mentioned it in my Journey to the West chapter that I just recently released. I'm going to try. Don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to it. I'm just giving it a shot. I'm going to try to release 2 Dragon Ball episodes and 2 Journey to the West episodes weekly. And maybe a wild card at the end of the week. So I'm thinking maybe Dragon Ball Monday, Wednesday, and Journey to the West Tuesday, Thursday, with Friday being that kind of like wild card. Maybe I release something. But I'm still like tossing up. I'm batting that schedule back and forth. I'm not completely sure. But anyway, yeah, that's all I got. I appreciate you sticking around. If you want anything from me, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm still thinking about getting a better camera. Um, I feel like it might help. I feel like maybe it won't help, and who cares? Um, I'm not sure. You know, I'm not exactly trying to build an audience. I'm just doing the stuff that I wanted to do already, and kind of documenting that. So I don't know. Anyway, have a good night. I'm bro's yapping right now. Fucking certified yapper.